Good morning from beautiful Skye. Look at this mountain behind me. Oh, waking up. Let me show you the view out of this window. Look at it. I mean, really, you don't need much else to help yourselves, let me tell you. So we, of course, today are starting the fasting retreat. And we have an online version. Clara's going to help me with that because obviously I'm going to be busy here in terms of distracting everybody who has come on the retreat so that they're not thinking about food and they can just absolutely enjoy the scenery and the experience. Because, I mean, I think you've probably seen a lot of the photos, etc. by now. It is jaw-dropping here. But let's talk about fasting and why on earth you would do it. Of course, one of the main reasons is for your health. It is just probably one of simply, it's free. And as somebody who sits with people, not so much now on a daily basis, but I certainly will be, and I have been in the past, working with people who are unwell and looking to change things. You know, I don't want to be recommending a lot of things that they can't afford. So, and I know that whoever created or invented this game we call life, it wasn't only meant for poor people to be able to heal. And as the NHS sort of crumbles in front of our eyes, we are getting called, it is no longer an option. We need to learn how to fly this baby. We absolutely 100% know that health and healing really comes from within. And of course, there's lots of things that you can do food-wise that can help you to heal. But possibly one of the most important things is this. And what we find is, I mean, I've done loads of fasting retreats now. People, generally speaking, 98% of people believe that it's going to be the most difficult thing they've ever done. They come with very limited perception about themselves. And I think, you know, in terms of transformation, when you come here, even if I wasn't here, you came and stayed in this lodge, you're going to feel better by the time you leave. But with all the techniques and protocols and the amazing food that you get and the new understanding, the new way to see the body, it's an absolute no-brainer that you're going to feel better. An absolute no-brainer. So I posted an Andrew Huberman this morning because, I mean, I think he just explains things really well. Really, really easy to understand that, you know, that when we stop eating at certain times, it's actually more important. And this is really, really groundbreaking to know. When you eat can be actually far more important than what you eat. And if you go and look on my page at that Andrew Huberman video, he explains it in detail, and you can jump on there and learn about this. Because if you're a junk food addict or a sugar addict, or just somebody that's super busy and finds it difficult to make changes, you know, you beat yourself up. You know what you should and shouldn't be doing. So that's what I like about the intermittent fasting challenge in January, is we're just saying, there's just that one rule: eat within that 7 to 9 hour window. So an hour after you wake up to 3 hours before you go to bed. And then your hormones start to balance. Your circadian rhythm is in a flow, a state of ease, and the body can communicate. And there's just so many reasons that I'm not going to blind you with right now. If you are not convinced about the power of fasting, then maybe it's not for you. But if you're thinking, I couldn't do that, but I would like to try it, I would love the benefits of feeling alive, clear-headed, excited about my life, much less pain or stiffness or whatever it is in your body. Because what we've got here, which we had last year, but we're leaving a lot more time for it, is the biotherapies. We have red light, we have PEM. We've literally taken mini health hub here to Skye so that you can use the biotherapies when you're here on this magnificent island to help your body heal. But it still comes down to then what do you do when you get home? And, you know, food is probably the most misused drug, and it's legal and nobody talks about it. And you've probably got a lot of judgment over people that do certain things. Morning, Paul, nice to see you. But food really categorically is the thing that's probably causing us our foggy thinking, type 2 diabetes. Type 1's completely different. I didn't mean to say that. Type 2 diabetes is absolutely food driven. It can be impacted by other things, but you can change that. That's crystal clear now. There's no need to be a type 2 diabetic, especially if you catch it early on. Obviously, all disease is affected by what we eat. We either drive ourselves into deeper levels of disease or we drive ourselves out of disease. And so much of that comes to your understanding of the body. And as you know, nutrition kind of bores me to death a bit because it's just, to me, so obvious what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. And that can be very complicated and complex now because people's digestive systems are trashed. So you may need guidance on that, but nobody needs guidance to know, get all the processed carbs and sugar. The more man has mucked about with it, the less you want that in your body. Get to the Good Food Project if you can and buy your food from there. Steve is creating this cooperative of healthy food that we can buy, and the more of us that buy it, the more we can drive the price down. It's an absolute no-brainer. So the quality of your food, everybody knows what junk food is. So let's look at the cost, because that is absolutely a factor, and let's not kid on, it's not for pretty much everyone that I know. So and that's where the intermittent fasting comes in, the time restricted eating, that even if the food is not the best quality or it's not organic, which can be very difficult to source depending where you live, then you can eat it. Good morning, Lauren, how you doing? You can eat the food in that window. And we now know that's the key, regardless of the quality, the body. And I'm not saying if you can eat good quality, if you can afford it, great, until we sort this mess out, the food mess that our stupid government has got us into. When we start taking responsibility for our food again, until then, that's what you can do is intermittent fast. Hugely powerful, categoric science around it. Don't believe me, listen to the gorgeous Andrew Huberman. So the 3-day fast, what happens there? Now, most people that are watching this will understand you go from burning glucose to burning fat, and fat is toxins. So if you want to lose weight, you want to lose toxicity from your body, you want to be in ketosis. And ideally, in the balanced world, you want to be able to move from burning glucose to ketones as and when. The flexibility, the body just gets it. If you are postmenopausal, if you are type 2 diabetic and you have a very obvious insulin resistance, then that job can be a bit trickier in terms of your macros, which is your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates. So your percentages of proteins and fats are key to your success. And this is where fasting comes in to its own, because you don't need to think about that. If you went on a ketogenic diet and you're trying to burn off fat and toxins to heal yourself, you may have a very, you have to really manage your time and your food to measure everything so that you can guarantee that you stay in ketosis. Whereas fasting, you're 100% going to go into ketosis when you take food out. That is it. And the reason for that is we get this thing we call autophagy. Your body, all of our bodies are incredible, and they will absolutely strive to stay alive. There's a brilliant series on Amazon Prime called I Shouldn't Be Alive, and it's all about people that they just get taken to the nth degree. What we are capable of, we've not even tapped into. So when you start to really understand that the body is innate truth and intelligence and it's always in your side. It doesn't have an agenda. But it's how we think about it, torment it, put stuff into it and take it away from this miraculous, divine, sacred state that we're going to go into over the next few days. And it's a very exciting, when you change from like, I can't do that, I love my food, to wow, I am excited to fast and touch deep into connection with my soul, the divine God, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter to me. There's praying and fasting has always been known. And I know that the word prayer puts people off because religion, the whole religion, word religion and God has been bastardized, let's face it. It's all with shame and guilt and abuse of power, abuse of a lot of things. So these words can carry some charge for people. So just use your own words and don't get caught up on the details. But when we pray, intend, and from a manifestation, what we want to attract or co-create, what we want to let go of, the attraction, repulsion cycle. I want that, I don't want that. When we ask for guidance and help and support with that, either from other human beings or from a higher intelligence, a higher power, however that may look to you, then we're going to get the answers. So when you take the food out the equation and your digestive system, which is really burning, that's where your metabolism, your hormone balance, your levels of gut-brain axis connection, your nervous system, all of that, the prions, the parasites, the fungus, all the nonsense that lives on and in us. We are an ecosystem. And all the kind of Béchamp versus Louis Pasteur argument is like, kill the germs, and we are still doing that. It's mind-blowing to me. Instead of going, where are the germs landing? What is the terrain that is the germs are landing in? We need germs. It's just that because we're living so out of connection with the elements and nature and our cycles, which we are a part of, that we're getting these unprecedented levels of dis-ease. 800 people, give or take, will be diagnosed this week in Scotland with cancer. That is absolutely shocking. And a lot of that is completely avoidable. And the politicians, I don't even know if they know this, to be honest, or whether they care. They're so busy focusing on the bloody economy that they've actually trashed our food system, trashed the water system, trashed the air. They've given us so much stress trying to pay bills. And then we've got all this information about we should and shouldn't be doing. No wonder we're all freaking breaking down and exhausted. It is no surprise. So the economy, from our perspective, is one person should be able to earn enough money to keep a roof over your head in this very wet and damp country. That's where we need to get to. We need to drive these costs down so that somebody can be at home tending to the food, tending to the garden, tending to the children and the grandchildren or whatever. Because that powerful asset of time is what's actually killing us, slowly but surely. So fasting, you don't have to shop. You don't have to think, what would that, can I eat that? You don't have to message me and say, can I eat? No is the answer to anything you're wanting to put into that water. We like to put stuff into stuff. Can I put a wee bit of this? No, nothing. Now, I was swimming in the water we're going to be drinking today. It goes through a filter. But the water, the energy from these mountains, look at where the sun's coming up. Can you see that? Look at that. It's just absolutely incredible. The power, the minerals that water picks up on the way down and into our water tank. We don't need anything else. You're going to have a shower with fresh, clear water, you're going to put a wee bit of this or a wee bit of that in it? No, because you won't feel clean. You will know, your skin will know immediately what's in that. You can feel it. So when we want to literally wash the inside of the body and allow the body to rinse away the old, to make way for the new, when we do that, we do it with mountain spring water. Clean and clear, and forget about all the things you could put in it. It's 3 days, that's all. Now, what I would say is if you're watching this and you're thinking, even if you do 12 hours, if you've never intermittent fasted, see where you're at, because this is absolutely 100% all to do with your mind and your attitude and your resilience. Because are you going to feel hungry? Yes. Are you going to want to eat? Yes. Probably, but you don't need to eat your feelings away. And this is a powerful thing that you're going to learn over the next few days. It's a feeling that you do not need to eat away. So we're going to be letting go, obviously. We'll be talking about the fascia, the amazing crystalline plasma that runs all through the body, and how when we get into this fasting state and we can breathe, and I'll send you our last live breath work from here that we did on Friday with my friend Gaynor and Wild Energy breathwork instructor says to me, well, you fucking excelled yourself there, Lilia. We had such a powerful breathwork. We've got it recorded. So if you're in this fast, we will send you that recording and you can get breathing on that empty stomach. And your results are just going to be magnified. Now, if you've got to go to work, and it depends what your work is, obviously. So you may, here's what I will feel: a wee bit lightheaded sometimes a wee bit euphoric, maybe headachy, tired, detox symptoms, aches and pains, fatigue, headaches. These are the likely things that are absolutely normal. And we are obviously, if you come here to stay for the 4 days, you're going to be, you can go to your bed, you can lie down, you can do whatever you want to nurse yourself through that. Can I take painkillers and vitamins? Absolutely no vitamins or supplements over these days. If you're on a medication that you can't detox off of, then just keep taking that. Don't give yourself any fear. Just keep taking the meds that you feel that, it would be stupid to completely come off of. Can you take painkillers? Is another one. Well, what are you doing with painkillers? That's what I would ask. Do your pain is going to diminish and maybe even dissolve when you fast? But if your headache is blinding and thumping, then absolutely just take it to get yourself through it. And there was, what about herbal teas? No, we're not doing any of that here. We're just doing water, hot water or cold water. Simple as that. So keep it simple. In the mind of the I'm going to be doing a lot around the mind, what it's going to throw up, how it's going to keep you safe. Oh, it's dangerous. Is it any more dangerous than what you do on a daily basis? Putting a whole load of junk into the body, thinking a lot of toxic thoughts, gossiping, not doing any exercise, sitting watching a whole load of crap on TV. And I include myself in that. That is what's weighing the body down. Trust me, taking food out, unless there's really severe medical reasons, sometimes you may want to be guided. If you're in doubt, send me a message and I'll let you know whether I think it's a good idea or not. But you will know. Don't give your power away to me or anybody else. And don't listen to all the people that love to, oh, that's dangerous. Oh, you could do this. And trauma. If I hear that word once more, we've all had trauma. And some people absolutely have had terrible trauma. But I know, regardless of what's happened to you in the past, you can face forward and let that go. It might take courage. You may need somebody to hold your hand, but do you need it? Your body will heal itself. Always when you get out of the way. Take the food out, breathe properly. Things will change, and they will change very quickly. So keep away from the naysayers. Some people are so filled with fear of their own body, terrified to breathe, terrified to change their diet, terrified. And this is what we need to be looking at. We have given away so much of our power to the apparent others that we are staying in a state of dis-ease when we don't have to. And if you doubt that, just try it. So if you go, well, I'm going to try 72 hours and I only get to 24, brilliant. Now you know where your blocks are. Now you know where to work on. And I'll tell you, everybody, I was amazed by the people that finished it the last twice we've done it. But this time, people spoke to me, they gave up on day 2, literally 24 hours away from their goal, and they regretted it. So if you're thinking, I'm going to cave, I need this, I need that, I'm going to give you techniques on how to deal with that. The main one's going to be EFT. Even though I want to eat, even though the mind's telling me I need to eat, even though I'm chucking up all these reasons and excuses that I need to eat, I need to do this, I need that, blah, 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 blah. I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. So we're going to be doing a lot of letting go around it, around the stories, other people's points of view, because, people will come in, I did this once and this happened. You're not other people. Your body's different. Your stories are different. It takes courage to do this work. It takes courage to break through the BS and realise how powerful you are. And it serves people. Serves a lot the pharmaceutical industry for you to be completely dependent and reliant on them when you absolutely don't need to be. But that is a choice. And if you want to keep taking the pills, that is your choice. But if you're looking at ways to turn from that to some wild medicine, then we are the place for you to learn. So anybody's got any questions, you can pop them in the message now. Feel free. Please Google as well. I'm going to be starting a retreat today, so I don't have a huge amount of time. And tune in. I'm going to be teaching you to tune in what's right for you. Whatever questions are coming up, what would it take for me to successfully fast for 72 hours? What would it take for me to make this easy? If you have a love tuner, get it out and hang it round your neck. It should be with you 24/7. Turn yourself into that loving frequency in 6 breaths. You maybe have bought one and it'll be sitting in a cupboard somewhere. I know. This thing never leaves my neck. This is your letting go superpower. Tune in to love. Tune into possibility. Tune in to potentials. Maybe 72 hours is far too far away from you. Maybe you've never run a marathon, and I'm not asking you to go out and run 26 miles. Go for a walk for half a mile. Do a bit. Stretch your boundaries. Stretch your belief systems. Whether you believe you can or you can't, you are right. So find out where you're at. Join us and see how you go. You might be amazed that it's so much easier than you thought it was going to be. So please, if you know anybody who's suffering from all the autoimmunes, tell them about this. It's free, and the worst thing that can happen is that you realise you're maybe a wee bit more addicted to food than you realised, or the idea of eating. And that delve into the science. Don't need to listen to me. Listen to Andrew Huberman, Eric Baird. There's Josh Axe. There's hundreds. Mindy Pelt's a brilliant fasting for girls. There's tons of science out there. You don't need me to tell you. Maybe you don't want to believe it, because that would mean you would need to try it. Imagine that. So anyway, 6 p.m. tonight. No more food. And then you'll be fine tonight. Maybe. But the evenings can be the tricky times, So here we're going to have biotherapies, we're going to be doing meditations, we're going to do lots of fun stuff. And I'll be beaming some stuff out. We'll be beaming some stuff live into our community. Join our community for discounts in all our events and for all the information that you need to stay well. The next retreat up here starts on Thursday, where we are going to be doing microbiome and the ecosystem. What's going on in your ecosystem? What is happening in on your skin and your digestive system? Maybe you don't understand. Maybe you're overwhelmed, confused. What's my body doing? I don't get it. Why is it like this? Why is that? Come and learn. Join the community. You'll get some lives, 3 lives in there over the next weekend. Come and join us in person and just see this phenomenal place, this space. The mountains hold the healing, and the trees, it is just absolutely incredible. Anyway, all your questions answered, and let me know, and please join in. Please help me by spreading the word about this fast. You can join online for free, join our group, join the Polar Bear Club as well. Some of these guys are joining us, the Heal Scotland movement, intermittent fasters. Join for a 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. It's up to you. Anyway, just take action. And I will see you all soon. Have an awesome Sunday.